Hi, I'm Denny. I'm a high-ticket closer. I've been in the corporate world since 1986, and I've been an executive in most major multinational companies in Europe, the United States, and lastly here in Indonesia, which is my home country. Since 2016, I have basically left my corporate job and I'm now self-employed. My problem before joining HTC was that I was struggling financially, and I was in personal debt, and also my personal expenses grew because of my lifestyle. And so I needed to get back from where I was, which is in a survival mode, and I need to get back to security mode so that I can provide things for my family and for my life in general. So one day I started to stumble into Dan Locke's video channel, and I was looking through a lot of the lessons there, and I went through some of his testimonials from HTC. And at that moment in time, I said to myself, well, this is too good to be true. But there was one thing that was appealing for me, which was actually the HTC program itself. But my main concern from all this was the fact that I had for many years joined and invested in myself in many of these programs, and it is one of the reasons why I got into debt. I spent over $50,000, and I did not want to be one of these things that had happened to me occurring again and again, which is the shiny object syndrome. And I must admit to myself that I've gone through this shiny object syndrome during the process where I was not really satisfied with one program, and I went through another program, and I keep going on and on. It was kind of addictive in a way that brought me to where I am. And there was this, after looking at Dan Locke's videos for a couple of weeks, I started to implement some of these lessons, and for my own business in coaching and consulting, and lo and behold, things start to get results for me. So I imagine if this was for free, watching all Dan Locke's videos, what would happen if I started to immerse seriously into one of his programs? And so at that moment in time, I thought to myself, this is what I need in order to turn my life around. But I had one problem. And that problem was I didn't have the finances to actually enroll in such a course. But I started to look at things creatively. I wanted to have this solution, but I had to think out of the box. So I started to implement a lot of Dan's teachings into my practice, and things started to develop. And over time, through my clients, I was able to get the exact amount of money that I needed to invest in Dan's course. So what surprised me about this course was the overwhelming value that I got out of this. It was something that which I didn't expect, actually. Even after experiencing so many of these guru courses, I finally realized that so much value am I getting out of this. I'm coming out of this as having a fresh perspective, looking at things in a multiple array of things through my life, my business, through the community that I am. And the other thing that was surprising me is the level of support that I was getting from my mentors at HTC, and even the team members, and of course from other HTC members and some of the graduates. They were just so helpful that we interacted. We became as family. And this is the kind of culture that you cannot get in any kind of other courses that's out there right now. So the results so far that I've gotten from HTC was that I was able to develop my own high income skills, and it has improved a lot of areas of my life, which was very beneficial to me, because what I've gotten out of this was just not theory, but it was a lot of nuggets, a lot of practical things that you can implement in your business. And because of this, I was able to also, from the HTC course, started offering premium packages for a lot of the big companies, not only in Indonesia but also in the United States and some in Europe. And aside from that, I was getting a lot of referral business that I've got more business that I can handle. I remember one of Dan Locke's quotes that he says that it will always be a struggle when you are trying to do something, but when it's who you are, then everything becomes effortless. So of course a lot of this he teaches you about branding, he teaches us about being confident, and I used to come out appearing very needy, and now I have the full capacity and the confidence to actually start offering high ticket pricing because of the mindset and the skill set that I've been getting. In the next few months, I also aim to start helping and serving the influencers out there in order to close for them. And all of this is just, it's just not about sales, but it is about high ticket closing, which is something which is very new for me coming from the corporate world. And I've learned to actually become an entrepreneur. And I noticed that a lot of my friends and colleagues have started the wrong way. They begin immediately after retirement or after being laid off or after the corporate job, they immediately try to attempt to do a scalable business, which is not the right way. And I found out that the correct way of doing that is to develop your high income skills before you actually do your scalable business. Then you go for to invest, to grow your investments. And Leslie, I just want to say this, is that if you want to transform from where you are right now, where you want to be, and you have tried everything under the sun and nothing has worked for you, then I would highly recommend HTC. That's from my honest truth. It's not something like the other courses that are out there, as I said before, either on the online or the offline world. And I used to do a lot of analysis paralysis when I get into this, but here I immediately knew that this was something that's going to turn my life around. You know, as they say, one of my other mentors have said to me that, how would you know if sugar is sweet if you don't taste it? How would you know if coffee is bitter if you don't drink it? So in this case, how would you know if HTC is the one that can accelerate your success in your business if you don't actually implement it and immerse into the program yourself? So don't take my word for it. Choose and decide if HTC is the program for you. Good luck and thanks.